welcome to Windsor Stadium, the site of week number 2 of the Ontario Football Conference schedule. Tonight, it's the Windsor AKO Fratmen hosting the St. Leonard Cougars out of Montreal. Good evening, everybody. My name is Domenic Papa. Joining me, doing our color commentary duties, John Zuccet, the coach. Coach Zuccet, week number 2, the Fratmen coming off a nice win last week over Burlington. Much like St. Leonard, they started their season at home against London. They win 22-14, two 1-0 teams after the first week. How important is this game despite it only being week 2?
Well, I think what we're going to see tonight is the classical matchup, early season matchup between these two teams. Have been dominating the OFC for the last 5-10 years or so. Expect St. Leonard to come out physical, very, very physical, to try to set the tone early in this game. It's very, very important for AKO to start off as equally as physical and to, sort of take charge of this game early on.
Of course, the Fratmen, as mentioned, coming off a win over Burlington last week, the defending OFC champions. From talking to the coaches, Coach Zuccet, they said they had a good week of practice, obviously have some good confidence right now. What's key for the Fratmen coming into here?
I think to protect Simons. Protection of the quarterback is going to be key, and to be able to run the ball early. If they can run the ball, establish that ground dominance, I think it's going to be a difficult task defensively for St. Leonard.
The St. Leonard Cougars, again, as Coach Zuccet just alluded to, one of the traditional powerhouses of the OFC. A little bit of a different look on the sideline, though. A new head coach there, John. And, of course, Coach Mike LaChance, very familiar with the St. Leonard Cougars traditionally, but may get some different looks this year.
Well, I had the opportunity to talk to the head coach, and he brings a little bit of a different philosophy this year. Going to try to get things a little bit more disciplined in their play. Always athletic, St. Leonard, and very physical, but as was evidenced last week, they took 235 yards in penalties and 17 penalties on AKO's side. So the discipline factor brings a new key, a new dimension to St. Leonard, but expect them to be just as physical as they've been in past years.
Pretty good wind here going tonight, John. Is that going to be a factor in the game? Do you think it alters the game plan for both coaches?
I think so. It's a really, really tricky wind, so you're not going to be able to account for it with the coin toss, and field position is going to play a key. So it's going to restrict their ability to throw the ball. Simons loves to do that, so certainly on AKO side it's going to be a factor. Again, running the football is going to be the key, which will set up that passing game when it's needed.
Okay, well, that sets up tonight's game. When we come back to the Windsor Stadium, it's the opening kickoff. OFC football here on CFTV Television 34 in Leamington. Glad to have you along for the ride. We'll be back right after these words.